Hi Sham, how are you? Praise God, God bless you. These are important because these have been shown in so many different perspectives. These can be shown in an Egyptian manner where you have a lion and a winged being with an eagle face, or a moon, or a lyre. So it's still a way of determining things. It's a way of transposing a voice, an invisible voice, because it says in the beginning, God said. So we have God, whoever, the invisible. Then we have his said, so we have his voice. And if that's when we go to Psalm 19, and really 19, all of it, and all of Psalms is talking about how to transpose these. That's why it says all the lines, all the speech, and there's no place where their voice is not heard. So I was trying to show you here, I had already done a video here. I can show you, to you, and it's actually pretty good. Listen, this is what it sounds like. Hi Sham, how are you? I wanted to try and do this, answer or speak with you about this. We'll reason together. It says, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. And the 5th day of the month, okay, that's all different dialogue. So it changes here. But see this key bar. Okay, and now I want you to note now over here. Okay, and then we see the key bar here. These are in the comments, but what is it connected to? We want to know. We need to know. Now, you asked me about Christmas a while ago. I've always loved Christmas and the Jesus and the focus that he's coming. You're waiting to be picked up and all these things. But see, cherubim. So first thing is about this is everyone's perspective is visual. If you tell them that it's connected to Numbers 2:2 and those signs that you have been seeing me flashing, they will fail. They don't know those connections because they're not using the dictionary. The one that everybody is sunken in dictionary terms is called conventional, which means idolatrous. They could never break through it. It's very hard because they would be insulted. People in general, you, me. But once we start using the dictionary, A, B, first will be the last. Last will be the first. And then these are also in the stars. Because, the night visions, these night visions are night visions. They're night visions. Okay. Anyway, so let me see. Now see, this is the hard part is getting
the ox.
to, indexing. So anyway, this is my Bible right here. And we know that the stars are connected in here. So the ox, it's funny because if you look over here, now, we could see this ox, we can see this eagle thing, but what I'm trying to show is that this is also connected to the letter A. My mistake. Okay, well, it's good that stopped, so, because I'm going to give more examples in that. But this is bold. Here we go, all right. But the golden eagle is definitely Chrysaetos. But it's always the eagle, the eagle, the eagle, the eagle in the Bible. The eagle. Now, if we went to Egypt, so I'm just not ready to, the problem is I have so much stuff all strewn about. Now what's these? Now see, somehow these things have to be pulled in and connected to the Bible. They can't just sit and remain outside, mysterious. I see a clear eagle. I see a pyramid. Isaiah 19 through 24. That's an Egyptian or a, Chaldean sort of a thing, Mesopotamia. And this is why we had found the eagle in India, too. Now look at that. Look at that. You see, they specifically make it with human-like traits. The eagle. And he's somebody. That guy's somebody. See what I'm saying? But a person who's waiting for Jesus to come just sees that as simple cartoon or witchcraft. Because it is witchcraft in the form that we don't know why they're using that. That would be Aquila, the Native American Aquila. And I was voted the golden eagle of Shumash in 2005, of the eagle's nest, with a human eagle face. Now this is called the Unicode. This is male and female. Okay? It's first and last, and it's right over the eagle on the America dollar bill. But it's in other countries too, so these things had to be put in there by affinity. We know when we look back, that's the only way they could have gotten there. See, because nobody's ever explained exome gathering and affinity. So King Solomon was not really worshiping the gods of the temples he was building. He was allowing it. He was appeasing his women. That's what I believe was the problem. You see, but then you see that this is why. Now, why is the red moon there? Because it's telling us this is a tabernacle in the stars. Ezekiel 1. Let's see. We go back to where. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back to the question. Ezekiel 1. Face of an eagle, body of a human. Then it's showing that this codex right here, these A and B's, okay, the A and B, you'll see in the movie End of Days, there's a girl with a leer mark on her. She's Liberty, Columbia, Athena, Isis. There's always the same character. You see the Horus, and it's always the same thing. That's why they have the leer and the red moon. So the people who do codex, language, science, their products, marketing around the world, those are the trillionaires. Those are the people who give the money to other people to build the churches. So we have the lion of, everybody goes right to Leo with that. Now, I tell you, that's the lion of the tribe of Judah, a cherubim, Ark of the Covenant, gatekeeper. Is he a man? He's supposed to be a man. Connected to the ox. And he's also as stubborn as an ox. Stiff-necked person. Stiff-necked. Now here, this one right here concludes, because this is definitely showing you the eagle connection to the A and the B. It's got even the procession line right here. It's showing us last will be first. First will be last. We clearly see the Aleph. And Beit, I just made universal world history because I've already transposed those from the Bible. That's why it says the chief musician is Aquila, the pacifist. So all of these things have been lined up for Mashiach to come. So the Native Americans knew before Europeans got here, to build, they knew that the eagle-faced man was coming. That's why they use it. Now watch, hold on now, hang with me now, don't go away, because we've seen, we have to find one more presentation of that. That's all we have to do. I'm going to stop the camera and go find it. Again, we see now a clear connection, winged angels, Ark of the Covenant. The humans, they're not supposed to have wings. You see that lyre, the trumpet. So they're always themed based in the Bible. A person would have to be able to hold all of the codices like a jukebox. And when they see these things, they have to be able to go right to that category, understand exactly what it is. And with the present teachings that we have, when a person like me does that and matches those things, they go, that's ridiculous, that doesn't match. That proves they're under a psychosis, because this is based on construct. And that's why I got the pyramid in there, because these are the king and queen's chamber. You getting it? So this is from eternity. And these are, it's about perspective. Because if I tell you a certain thing, if I read Daniel 12, excuse me, Daniel 12 and then Daniel 7, it's a Prince of a Covenant. It's not even capitalized. So just because somebody else says, well, they know because somebody else told them their perspective, they're not using the dictionary. And there's our last guy, Isaiah 19 to 24. So if anybody is doing this, which they obviously are, they obviously know the connections, because there it is again. So that's why the Masonic people, they don't have to, they're looking for us to recognize, but they understand, because they know how to transpose that into a name. Daniel 12, Daniel 10:21, for now. So it's about how to transpose information, knowing that language is venerable, knowing the binary codes, message in the stars, the connection, because they show us the connections to this pyramid, dog star, right away. You see, they never show us this connection, but they always show us that connection, because I just got done showing you that with the way it's everywhere. Now watch, let me see if I can find another one, because I went to find another one. Another one. Okay, that's anyway. Let me see. So that's as far as I got today, on that. But actually, I end up getting stuck, just piling a bunch of different things, and I'm afraid to show you my files because it goes into my Seagate, my computer, to the pictures, ancient pictures like in Egypt, where we do have ISIS, and they're using that against us, and they're using everything against us because we don't know the foundations. So really, these people, whoever they are, they're running around with trillions of dollars, and they've figured out a way to create even a perspective of religion that can never appease God, and to bring the children of Israel to an understanding, because they show it all the time. But they do it in obverse, reverse, and that's why there's no way that people in America can figure that out. That's why they watch, zombie movies with the Walking Dead people in them, in like Legion, because they're showing a winged man cuts his wings off. So they just see it as fantasy because the movie makers already know that the people don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what they're looking for. So there's lots of different things, and unfortunately, it takes being in person. Let me share this with you. Now, this one I did last night. See, now this music, this song is Baha'i, which is, I think it's in Haifa. But see, all of these religions have these foundations through affinity. So when Mr. Obama stood under the Aquila sign, they were clearly telling us again, look back at 2010, because after he did that, all the events that happened in 2010 were based in the Aquila. Mexica, Louisiana, Port-au-Prince, Man's Last Stand, Challenger. You could actually go through that in ledger form, the year of 2010, and try and match it to these, clearly showing us that the portal is open. But they come out with movies like The Eagle, King's Speech, Legends, Need for Speed, and they're telling us that they know that we're past the portal being open. No one would ever figure out that the human just might be among us. And if he does break through, everybody would say, that's the Antichrist. While all the sons of bitches have been running the earth for thousands of years. And our police don't know that they have the Mashiach name on their shoulder, and makes them totally controlled by the people who never want them to know that. Same with our soldiers worldwide. That's why our soldiers need to take back all governments and put it into the hands of the Mashiach, because his name is written in the tabernacle, in the stars, in the Torah, in the Maseroth, in letter form, to champion the winged being, the face of the eagle, the red moon with the lyre. And anybody can laugh at me because I'm just flooring you, because you have to be able to hold all of that in your head and know it matches the Torah, Ezekiel 1, the two sticks, the angels on the Ark of the Covenant, the gatekeepers, the prince at the gate, Ezekiel 44, the getting it, everybody, the musical factors. So how about the two eagles in the Prince of the Promise, or the Promised One? And so they're clearly showing you that the masses are absolutely fooled no matter what they yell, because they wouldn't have the ability to decipher that even in 70 years. Even if they have 10 degrees, they will never know that. That's why you don't see anybody finding three-class name, excuse me for being so close, a three-class name, and then putting that, those values that I presented them on the Temple Institute. Michael, who is like God. That's really 5th grade, famous warrior, Lewis Ludwig. That's dictionary worldwide. And see, people hate it because I'm doing that. I hate it because I'm doing that too, but I don't because I love it because God printed it on me, because I'm bringing it to the attention of somebody. They have to at least say it matches. But you see, in their intellect and in their pride and in their intelligence, they have to say, no, that's not true, because no man can present himself as a secondary. How are you?
So anyway, that's my video for now. Let's see what we got. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.